wow, okay, I'm more invested than this than I am the cinema MCU. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Jay. Welcome to today's episode of Canon Culture. It's absolutely brought to you by, well, nobody yet. So, anyway, if you can't tell by what's going on here, today we are talking about some Netflix issues. Now, I wanted to make this a single segment for today. I didn't want to talk about anything else except for this specifically. And in case any of you didn't know, with a heavy heart, I say this. Luke Cage has been canceled. Oh God, just why, God, why? Now, I don't know if this has anything to do with them shit canning Iron Fist, because I mean, it's Iron Fist. Like, I don't know too many people that were excited to watch Iron Fist. I particularly didn't really care for it. I didn't like the characters. I didn't like Danny Rand himself. I didn't like the guy playing Danny Rand. I didn't like the writing that they had for him. This weird balance of, like, in the first and second season, I want to be Danny, but I also want to be Iron Fist, and then I have all these other conflicts. It just didn't make any sense. And then the two glowing fist thing, and then the gun thing. There was just so many things that was just like, why is this even in here? I don't understand. And so obviously seeing Luke Cage being canceled, I'm a little perplexed. I'm a little confused. I'm irritated. I'm upset. And quite frankly, I'm disappointed, Netflix. I'm very disappointed. I don't understand what is going on. I don't know. I can't even pretend to know in this particular situation because Netflix is so secretive about the things that they do with ratings. Okay, so I have done so much digging and digging and digging, and there's just no metric as to the viewership, what the viewership is like for this. So obviously, there comes to a certain place that you reach when you're somebody like me who sits here and you wonder why Jessica Jones and why Daredevil still exist, yet Iron Fist obviously gets canned. No problem. I have no issues there. But then Luke Cage gets canned. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say that the second season was the best, but I mean, it was better than Iron Fist. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's not that difficult to figure out. I don't understand why Luke Cage could not continue to exist. If you can't tell, that's the part that I'm most upset about. I'm sure there's tons of you guys out there who did not like Luke Cage season 2, and guess what? Your opinion absolutely 100% matters to somebody that's not me. The only reason why I even sat and watched Defenders was because of Luke Cage. I would have to say that some of the best parts of the Defenders as a whole, okay, including them all separately, is that their establishment of other characters, okay? With Danny, you obviously have Connie. Connie, I feel like she is one of the most I feel like she's the most interesting character to have been developed, much like Misty Knight in the rest of the series. Like, Misty is one of these characters that was kind of developed over time who you weren't meant to like, but she kind of just kept taking more and more of like, oh shit, I actually care about this person. Okay, she cool. But after a certain amount of time, that character can't carry the whole show because that show is based off of one of these other characters. Now, when I'm sitting here watching and I'm just paying attention to her, Rosario Dawson, or any other characters that exist, I'm not gonna say it, but
Stokes. Mariah Stokes.
I did actually care about the rest of the stuff that was going on. I didn't really care for the fake ass Jamaican accents, but we're not gonna get to that part. Okay, but this kind of introduced so many other gears and like world building that Netflix's MCU just has that I was so excited for at the beginning of these shows. Like when they first started developing, this was the thing I was like, wow, we can really see more of the MCU's characters like on a smaller scale, more grounded type of thing, and they can be flushed out. You know, that's the difference between having a movie character and a TV character, is that you spend more time essentially with the TV character. You can only see so much Iron Man, you can only see so much Captain America, so much Black Panther, and I think that by getting attached to these characters and getting really interested in a lot of these characters is like, wow, okay, I'm more invested than this than I am the cinema MCU, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really care as much for the movie stuff as I care about what happens to these people and their world. Now, obviously, I haven't gotten to Jessica Jones and Daredevil because there's only so much information I have, because I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Watching these shows, I fell asleep. Numerous episodes, except for the Punisher episodes. Those were pretty dope. So I'm excited to see where Netflix goes with the Punisher. Are we still on track with that, Netflix? I really need to know. I have this tiny, sort of minuscule, itty bitty theory that I want to share with you guys. So obviously, Netflix's MCU takes place in the same universe as Marvel's MCU. They are conjoined universes, they take place in the same time period, you know, everything. The whole kit and caboodle, everything. So it's, I don't know, I don't have the information directly in front of me, but I vaguely remember something about Kevin Feige saying that the Defenders are their own separate thing and that they won't show up in the MCU. But I mean, weirder stuff has happened. We ended up getting Spider-Man in Avengers. So obviously you can tell, like, anything can happen at this point, okay? And I've come up with many, many theories why Venom could potentially be in the MCU. I think it's time that I work on the Defenders. Now, as you all may or may not know, spoilers, okay? I don't actually care. When Thanos actually does the snap, it's an idea that Luke Cage and Danny Rand got erased, okay? That is an idea that's floating around. That's something that I personally subscribe to. I like that idea. I think that's okay. Or this is their upgrade. This is their time to go from one thing to another. Now, let me explain this. I've played and watched and read many of Spider-Man content. Quite a bit Spider-Man content, okay? Now, there has been several times where Spider-Man has had interactions with both Daredevil, Moon Knight, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, you know, plenty of characters in the Marvel Universe. I'm not saying, I mean, maybe I'm implying, kinda sorta, that Luke Cage and Iron Fist may be in Far From Home. Now, I know this is going and stretching like, yo, you are wild for this, my boy. But listen, check this out. This may be a potential situation to finally get the TV characters that are, I would say, the most popular. Maybe their shows aren't the best, you know, out of the four of them, because I hear Jessica Jones is really good and I hear Daredevil is really like bringing it home, mostly because of Kingpin. But, you know, I'm just saying, this could be a potential situation that takes these smaller show properties and characters and gives them their own identity in the MCU, so that way you know that these things are intertwined. Because as I sit here and tell you guys, yes, the things that happen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe also happens in the Marvel TV Universe. Did you also know that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ties with this and ties with the Avengers? For those of you who did not know, you are now schooled on something, okay? Go and watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and you tell me what's going on, because I'm not watching that show. So this might be an idea to finally get Power Man and Iron Fist into Far From Home. Now, I'm sure you guys are like, but Jay, he gave up the Iron Fist and blah, 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 blah. Listen, baby. Shh. Don't even worry about that, okay? It's called writing, okay? All he gotta do is show up. He don't even gotta use no glowing fist. He don't have to do nothing, okay? I don't care. He just gotta show up. So now what if this is true? Okay, if it is true that we are getting 2 out of 4 of the Defenders and possibly the Avengers, okay? Large scale, that we're getting them in the Avengers, couldn't that potentially create a whole new ecosystem where they go from Netflix to the MCU, and then they're developed one place and they're brought somewhere else. Wouldn't that would just be amazing? That would be great. I would love to watch way more shows. I would love to see way more shows created where we get these characters that are flushed out and we enjoy it. But once again, this is just a theory, okay? It's an idea. It's not fully flushed out yet. I'll probably make a video about it. But then there's also this other theory that I have, which is probably the more logical, I would say. So check this out. What if, now, once again, speculation. As some of you may or may not know, Disney is currently developing their own streaming platform, their own streaming service that you can use on your phone. It's an app, you just click it. I think it's called like the Disney Vault or something. I'm not sure what it's called, but it allegedly has all of the Disney properties that have ever come out, or at least the ones that they want licensed out, as well as all the Marvel stuff, so you can watch any of the Avengers in any order that you want. You can watch Thor, Iron Man, Hulk, pretty much everything, Spider-Man, from whatever it is that you want to watch. What if now they are slowly migrating the Defenders from Netflix and milking them over to their, Disney Vault, I guess you could call it. Now, I'm sure the snafu in this one, well, Jay, that wouldn't make any sense. Wouldn't they take everything? No, they would not. Because these two shows have already been wrapped up, okay, it is easier just to cancel them and move them over. Because they're over, they're done, we don't have to worry about them too much. We can just put them in combo episodes with these other two. Now, the thing about Jessica Jones and Daredevil, these two kind of intertwine a little bit more, you know, their burrows are a little closer together, at least in the show. But I feel like these two are at their hypest right now, and so them coming down from whatever season it is that they're on, rather they get added a third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh season, I don't know. This is all speculation, of course. They want it to be at its peak, and then they'll take it away and put it on their service. Because what will that do? That will create a demand in which they are now supplying. So, you want to see the third season of Luke Cage? Come and subscribe to the Disney Vault. Much like with people talking about how Titans is now such a good show, now that we finally got some context and the show is out, and people who have DC Universe are able to watch these shows and be like, hey, Robin's really not that edgy. He's really not that crazy like he is in the trailer. Raven kind of makes a little bit more sense when you watch her in full context. You know, stuff like that happens. But you know what? What do I know? I'm just a dude with 3,500, 3,700 subs on YouTube right now. What do I know? I clearly don't know anything, but let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Make sure to give today's video a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Also, I have recently started memberships on my channel, so if you would like to input on this channel, or if you would like some ideas thrown out there, or if you just have some cool stuff that you want to share with the community or whatever, make sure you hit the join button, okay? It greatly supports my channel, and you know what? I'll give you some free stuff too. Just go ahead and click that, read about it, see if you want to do it. This has been your boy JustJaySama. I'll catch you guys next time. Make sure to keep it canon.